Hi, my name is Kaitlyn Massey. I'm a freshman at Drury University, and this is my story. Growing up, church was always a huge part of my life. Sunday mornings, Wednesday nights, Sunday nights, always there, and I had a desire to learn. I wanted to memorize all the verses, and I knew it all in my head. But it wasn't until recently that Jesus really took a hold of my heart, and I let God take control of my life fully and completely. All through middle school and high school, and even early into elementary school, I really struggled with wanting the acceptance of others and impressing others, and just so much focus on people and wanting people to like me that I developed anxiety, and I was really held in bondage by anxiety. And I really struggled with it, and it was something that made it hard to function on a lot of levels. This became really bad in late middle school and high school. It was to the point where I would put everything in people, and I would find comfort in people and not comfort in God. And I knew it in my head that Jesus died for me and that I can have hope and comfort in him, but I didn't let it into my heart. And so junior year was when things really kind of hit the peak. I was seeking comfort in other people, relationships with friends, guys, everything, had to find comfort in them. And I ended up in some toxic relationships. I ended up being used, abused. My self-worth was destroyed junior year. And looking back, it was a really tough time. I was so held in chains by anxiety that I could hardly function at times. I was so afraid of what people would think about me. And just all I can explain it was intense dread surrounding all aspects of my life. And so I just kind of really hit that point junior year where I couldn't function. I was 17 years old, and I was so ridden with anxiety that it was affecting every aspect of my life. And then by around the end of junior year, I ended up getting in some big fights with my friends that I'd placed so much worth with. I ended up breaking up with my boyfriend, and I hit rock bottom. I had nowhere to go, nowhere to turn to. The people I had been finding my comfort in were gone. That summer, I also was where the transformation happened. I went on a mission trip with my youth group. We went to Birmingham, Alabama, with an organization called World Changers, where I was able to grow or help build a house for a widow. And it was so awesome to get to work and to get to really see how this lady's life was changed through me. And the worship every night that week, I really felt God pulling at me, tugging my heart. And the second to last night, we had a night of prayer. I remember sitting there praying with my friend Emily, and it all of a sudden just hit me that I was so broken. And I didn't deserve God's love, but he loved me no matter what. And the only way I could be put back together was through God and through Jesus and Jesus's blood. So that night it really just clicked, and I gave my life to Jesus again. And I just gave it up. And I was like, okay, God, here's my life. Take it, use it. That led me then into senior year. I kind of had a new outlook on life. I still struggled with a lot and making a lot of changes in my life, but I was really trying to put God in the forefront of everything. That led me to Kanakuk this past summer. I got to spend the last summer working for Kanakuk Cake Hawaii in the kitchen life, and I was able to grow so much. For the first time in my life, I served others first, and it was so cool just to put others before me and to just serve. God grew me so much this summer, and even in the last 2 months since coming to school. And I've learned how real God is, and he's become real to me. And every day in my life, God is there, and it's so cool to see how he's working in my life and using me, and he's always here. And so, yeah, I still struggle with anxiety to some extent, but it's different because now I have hope. I have hope that I can make it through every day. I don't have to live in bondage anymore. I don't have to live in chains because I've been set free by the blood of Jesus Christ. And that is just so cool to see and to know and to just live it out. I'm free because of the blood of Jesus Christ. Like, that's just so exciting. And looking back on these past years of my life, like, I wouldn't change a thing. I am so thankful and so blessed by all the changes that have happened in my life and all of the growth. And Jesus is the difference. That's it. Like, when I found Jesus and when I ran to him, everything changed. And so that's my story.